Hello, you guys. I'm gonna wait and start letting everybody get the notifications. Hey, Dot again. I just, I just came. Hey, Diane. Y'all know I don't do as many videos as I used to. My hours are totally just all the way down. It seems like since YouTube got that lawsuit, something has been going on. I might have to get the platinum now because since y'all hit the like button for me. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. We're gonna let people start getting a notification. We're just doing open chat tonight. Ain't no telling what's going on in the news. I'm just gonna say that because it's really it's almost depressing to sometimes to just look at the news and um oh my god. Hold on, you guys. I'm waiting for more people to get the notifications. I was just looking at a story in Memphis of an 81-year-old woman. Oh my God. Let's see, y'all. Stuff like this really hurts me.
Fallen on hard times and needs help getting back up.
One of her neighbors called your news leader telling us that she was living out of her car in the driveway of her home that's dilapidated. WRG's Harrison Klopp is live outside that woman's property. And Harrison, how long has this been going on?
Greg, Stephanie, good evening. Unfortunately, this has been going on for 3 years now, and I'm going to move out of your way just so you can see this dilapidated South Memphis home that is cracked down the middle. And on the porch is 81-year-old Christine Marshall, who's a community icon here in South Memphis, and she is really hoping all of Memphis can come together and help her out. If you drive along South Parkway West in South Memphis, you will see a dilapidated blue house with a Hyundai sedan in the driveway. That's where you'll find 81-year-old Christine Marshall, who neighbors call Mama. She is nonverbal, communicates with pen and notepad. We asked her what happened. She wrote back, throat cancer. Through all of her challenges, her love for her South Memphis home remains. Did you have a lot of great memories in this house? Mama told us she lived in the home for 30 years until a neighbor's tree that extended over her roof for years later collapsed, leaving permanent damage to her home. Insurance will not fix it, and the home is now unlivable. So Mama has slept in her car for the last 3 years.
This don't make no sense. The tree must have fell on it, and then nobody do nothing but put this rag on top. Because last year, when I looked at it during the winter, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Darren Rivers, who lives in the neighborhood and gives Mama water bottles and ice cubes to stay cool, says this can't go on.
It's hot out here. I said, the house is falling in. She's sleeping in her car. Ain't nobody else around here even paying it no attention. You got 4 churches over here that does what? Nothing.
And there has been a GoFundMe set up to help Mama out. You can find more about that on our website, WREG.com. From South Memphis, I'm Harrison Klopp for your news leader, WREG News Channel 3.
Busters, you're one step.
Y'all, that's so sad. Oh my God, that is so freaking sad. I hope the city officials get together and do something. And you know what's so sad? Seeing her, some fool will go and try and rob that lady. I might have to get the platinum now. Yep, some fool might go and try and do something to her. I hope not. Yeah, it's a lot. Oh my God. Yeah, it's too much stuff going on around the Memphis area. It's really so sad. But I'm sure it's happening everywhere. I don't know if, because everybody is not on drugs. But it seems like every other person has some type of mental disability. Oh my God, they doing crazy stuff just without a second thought. People don't have a conscience anymore about the things that they do to other people. No respect for life. Hey, gray face. No respect for life. It's just sad. I don't know what to think anymore. I don't. How people can be so inhumane and barbaric, and I get mad. Even the people that's supposed to be sane, I get mad at you. I'm gonna do something to you. But that's because people are so emotionally unstable. A bunch of grown folks. Grown people are, they're supposed to at least have some type of emotional maturity. More and more of them are becoming emotionally unstable. Okay. And I guess that's because so many people don't have anything to lose. So it does nothing to them to try and hurt somebody else that they think may have something going for themselves. Okay. I'm going to hurt them and take them away from their life. I ain't got nothing anyways. So that's why it's, you don't need to play with people. You just need to defend yourself. And by any means necessary. I think that post he may have put it up yesterday. I was looking at it on Alabama Hitters live. It could have been an old post. Maybe it was old. I thought it was something new. Griffith says dot again because them folks on them. I thought that it was a new post. I don't know though. Hold on, let me see. It may have been an old post. I didn't think about that. Let's see. I don't know. I think it was a new post. Or I don't know. It had said 3 minutes ago. Not unless somebody had screenshot it. It said 3 minutes up there, but I don't know if that was a screenshot that somebody had. He said what we ranting about tonight. The mere fact that people don't have any respect for others. I think that's what I'm ranting about. Greyface says, and them ninjas should make their own Stop the Violence song instead of taking shine away from Lil One. I can't take them serious. They are artists. Why not come up with that idea long ago? What happened with Big 30? Hey, on one we go. You all, I'm starting a campaign. Hold on. I would appreciate it if you all would donate to the channel. It helps the channel, okay? I want to fulfill my goal tonight. Hit the like button also. Okay, so I just put up a campaign to support the channel and for all colors. Okay, a campaign that's got all colors, so you can give any amount. Yeah. Hey, positive vibes. I saw Big 30 about 3 or 4 days ago say he wants to get on a song with a young guy calling to put the guns down. The Big Boogie said he'll get on it too. Take y'all fake ass home. I tell you, I hope they practice. I hope they would practice what they preach, but it don't seem like that. They've, unfortunately, they've done a lot of damage in the streets. So many young men have lost their lives. It still hurts me when I think about how young Jay Hot was. He stood like a baby. He still had the stance of a little boy, which was that it was just, he didn't even, you could just look at how he how he conducted himself. You could see he was a child. So that was just really sad to me, It's really sad. Steven said he put up a comment. I don't see it though. Oh, he said, I have a topic. What is that certain rappers from a specific, why is it that certain rappers from a specific label all of a sudden want peace and unity in the city when their label brought most of the mess? Probably because they feel like they're gonna have to it's gonna have to be some reckoning for breaking the law. That's what I think. They probably all looking at something. Who knows? I'm talking about as far as like having charges and stuff brought up against them. Jay Hot own friends killed him over a stolen gun. He didn't want to give. Oh my God. His own friends killed him? Has anybody been arrested for killing him? My Lord. Woo! Mm. He said 30 gonna rap about killing Boogie, gonna shake his ass. I tell you. Yep. Yeah, there are some people that I'm gonna start blocking out of my chat. You know, I'm gonna start blocking some people out of my chat. I've just decided that, like, you know, this YouTube, this social media can be something else, and people can be extremely emotional, and or messy, right? And I've just decided, I don't want people in my chat that really don't support me and want to bring a bad energy, because sometimes people come in your chat to try and slight you or show you that they don't support you. Okay. And rather than cussing them out, okay, I'd rather just block them out. Okay. I think sometimes folks, they get misinformation, or they get to listening to rumors or whatever. What rumors, I don't know, because nobody on here really knows anything about me. But if I really don't mess with somebody, I really don't support them, I'm not going to come into their chat to slight them. And I'm not going to come into their chat to show them that I don't support them, or I might be feeling a certain way. Take your sissy ass on. Okay, that's how I feel. So I'm not going to be going back and forth with nobody. I like peace in my chat, and I notice everything. And believe it or not, I hear everything. Be quiet. I hear everything. Because trust me, people will reach out to me and tell me some stuff. I've just gotten better about, and I just kind of sit back and watch stuff. I do. I just kind of sit back and watch it. But I can't. I don't deal. I just don't want to. I just don't want certain energies in my chat. Okay, I don't. And I definitely ain't gonna be dealing with no cis ass men being catty. Okay, take your catty sissy ass on. Okay, unsubscribe. Okay, kiss my ass. Okay. Anyway, y'all, hit the like button for me. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, please like, share, and subscribe. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. You have some of these men think that they can just do women any kind of way. That's the reason why my stance is what it is. I don't allow even a bitch I know ain't even really, don't even care for me. They ain't, in my chat, don't really even care for me. Ain't shit. I don't allow people to come into my chat and really attack women. attack women, period. But my stance is real strong as it relates to how I allow men to treat me. Okay, how I allow men to treat me, and I notice everything. Okay, so I'm telling all of these sissy ass catty men, okay, to keep your, don't come into my chat, okay, thinking that you're gonna be slighting me or throwing shade at me. Okay, I ain't talking to nobody in the chat. I know they probably saying I don't, but it's just a couple people that I'm thinking about. I haven't seen those people though in the chat, just so that people in the chat will know I haven't seen them. But it's just some things, you don't want to address, but then it's some things you have to address. Okay, it's some things that you have to address. Thank you, Diane, for the 1999 super sticker. It's some things you have to address because people can go too far. Okay, people can go too far. I think people get too caught up in allowing people to sway them on how they feel about folks. When people tell you stuff, you need to hear both sides, but you're not gonna hear a side from me. Okay, so you're not going to, as it relates to anything, especially if it's my personal life, because I'm not going to talk to you about it. So what their mind should tell them is, well, I've heard this one person say it. That other person ain't saying nothing. So I don't know. I don't really know. So I'm not gonna take a stance on because number one, it probably ain't your business. But I'm not gonna take a stance. I'm not gonna have an opinion one way or the other because I'm not gonna say anything about nothing as it relates to me personally. Okay, so to all of the catty sissies, stay out of my shit because I notice everything. Okay, and I don't want to come in here in a bad mood one day and go ahead and rip you a new asshole. Okay. Anyways, I digress. I just had to put that into the atmosphere. That's right, Great Face. I'm getting them out of here. Anyways, you guys, what else going on? What else been going on? At this, as y'all heard her, and only 2 cuss words, right? And I only had 2. Ain't God good? God is working on me. I don't want to. I want to be able to convey my message without cussing. The police sergeant was getting high on the job. Woo! Lord have mercy. Hey, Miss Sharon. In Memphis. Oh, Lord Jesus. I don't know what to say. I mean, I don't know what to say. It's just a darn shame. Let me see. Lord have mercy. I wonder why I didn't see that one. Police sergeant getting high on the job. Let me see. Holly McCaslin, a Memphis police department officer, resigned after testing positive for marijuana for the second time, violating the department's drug-free workplace policy. Records indicate she was tested in 2011 and signed a second chance letter. She resigned January 24, 2025, after taking a random drug test on January 14th, which returned positive for marijuana 3 days later. The Memphis Police Department has a strict substance abuse policy stating that any employee under the influence using, selling, transferring, or illegally possessing controlled substance or alcohol while at the workplace or on the city property, rather on or off duty, is subject to disciplinary action, including termination. Well, I mean, she know they give random tests. They always gave random tests. Why she started smoking weed? And now they got tests that can tell if you've had weed like 3 months ago or something like that. And the other one, groping kids on the job. Lord have mercy. So Great Face, was you saying that post was an old post? Was it an old post? I thought it was something that was put up last night. Let's see what else going on, y'all. But I really just wanted to freestyle it. What you all want to talk about? Let's just talk about something y'all want to talk about. What else is in the news? We just hanging out tonight. Oh, there's a flood warning in the Memphis area. Hold on, y'all. Oh my God, y'all. It's so much stuff going on. The lawyer in Trump was diagnosed. Trump was diagnosed with something. Oh my God! The lawyer in Diddy's trial fired yesterday. She responded today. Let me see. Was it the prosecutor? Hey, Pumpkin Pooh. I saw the officer who assaulted a young girl, 14. Oh my God. Hey, K Diz. Hmm. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up. Hmm. Let's see.
The Trump administration is shortage. The union says only 600 judges are left to deal with a backlog of nearly 4 million cases. Meanwhile, sources say the daughter of former FBI Director James Comey has been fired from the U.S. Attorney's Office in New York. Maureen Comey worked on the cases against Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Sean Diddy Combs. Sources say President Trump had privately vented about having a Comey working in his administration.
Is that her? Yeah, I know. I just played that. An 81-year-old woman in South Memphis. What's been going on, Pumpkin Pool? Let's see. I know how to piss them 3 letters out. Do a case file on Bank Boy Wayne. Was Bank Boy Wayne killed in North Memphis? Was he killed at the beauty barbershop? I've heard people say that they felt like Migos set him up allegedly. Um, that maybe that's the reason why his career can't go nowhere, because of that bad karma that's tracking him down. Mm. Mm. Oh, wow. I was looking at a picture of Muhammad Ali with his great grandmother. Oh my God, I think that's so sweet. It says Muhammad Ali and his brother Rahman Ali walked with great grandmother Betsy Jane Greathouse, who was 99 when this picture was taken in Louisville, Kentucky in 1963. Oh, wow. Wow. She was 99 years old in 1963. Oh, such gentlemen. Such gentlemen. He said, "Dot again. Yes, sir. Migo ain't right for that one. Youngster neither." Lamigo's so-called best friend, that man mama said they sent a hit on her son. Oh, wow. So she knows what happened. Mm-mm-mm. Migo pulled a straight drop on him. All for what? Grove slapped the career out of Grove slapped the career out of him. Lord have mercy. That's a good one. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, I ain't gonna even tell no stories. Okay, Miss Kawana. Um, y'all listen. I have a slick be indulging in that OG murder. That guy from out of New Orleans. That man's so funny to me, y'all. I be binging on his videos. Oh Lord have mercy. I promise you. I was sitting at work today typing up a report, listening to his videos, hollering. When I tell you I was hollering, I was hollering. That man's so funny. He done put out a new video. So when I get into bed tonight, I'm gonna be listening to him because he's so freaking funny. Hold on, y'all. Let me pull him up right quick. Let me show y'all. He mad at OG murder mad at BG. Lord have mercy. Hold on, y'all. He mad at BG. Y'all, OG murder tickles me to death. Oh my God. I want to tell him how many law enforcement officials are ready for this entire dog case. It ain't nearly about over with. I don't think they want it to be over with until the last.
When y'all smash the like button, I'll come back.
Hold on.
Oh, the streets say they want that old jizzle with them gold teeth. Oh Lord, you know you're killing me, jizzle. Let's talk about Beaumont.
Y'all Y'all see the
What you
faces
say,
he be
murder? I
making?
said, just
Y'all,
let's talk about Beaumont.
that man be making it takes me up out of here.
Oh, Lord, you know you're killing me. Jizzle, can we talk about Beaumont? What happened in Beaumont, Jizzle? Huh? Look, boy, trying to, man. Like, little boy, trying to, man. Man. Like, what happened in Beaumont, bitch? Huh? Oh, y'all got to hear about y'all fucking hero. Y'all got to hear about your heroic BG. Tell them what happened in Beaumont, nigga. That's what happened in Beaumont, y'all. I can tell y'all. Well, fuck it. You know I'm going to tell y'all. Smash the like button. Get my likes up. Send me $1. Because I got y'all to do.
Oh my God, I'm gonna send him $1 too.
So, Jizzle, is this not true? Like, all right. Look, we gonna play a game, Jizzle. We gonna play a game. Hey, Bree, we gonna play a game called Swear to God. You ever heard of that? You ever heard of this game? It's called Swear to God. Like, you can't lie. Now, if you catch me in a lie, you can call me on it. I swear to God. 1,000 likes so I can tell y'all what the fuck happened in Beaumont. Me to come by stand. I double dog dare you, dude. If you a gangster and you a boss, you tell me to come by stand. I dare you to go live and tell me to meet you by stand. I dare you. You supposed to be big VL shit. I'm challenging that shit, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? VL, this the T-Rap? I'm challenging that shit. This nigga pussy. I'm challenging it, dog. We got to get it on, round. I'm not respecting y'all T-Rap, VL. We got to get it on. I feel like he pussy. I'm about to take T-Rap from him. What the fuck wrong with you?
I think this man right here going in on Jizzle because he feel some type of hurt. That vlogger from ATL is a straight demon. Evil. I don't think that man, this man right here, I don't think this man right here ain't nothing near as demonic as that.
You want to meet me by stand, dog? That's all I want to know.
What y'all doing?
This be Jizzle, bro. This be Jizzle. What's happening? What's happening? If you was a real VL nigga, we would have been fought. Any other nigga, it'll be in their motherfucking days. But I'm telling y'all, outside some rap shit, Turk is more street than this nigga. Turk, you really?
Yeah, that's OG Murder right there. I be looking at OG Murder. I be listening to him all the time. He's funny. I don't know who all those people are he be talking about. Just the way he convey his message had me hollering. Yeah, the way he be ranting on. Yeah. That man's so funny. Y'all, he called himself, he grew up in the same hood with BG. And he mad at BG. He said BG didn't keep his word. So
they used to have fights. I prefer it be a fight than me just punch. Fucking heart gonna bust, bitch, in a fucking second. How much fucking drugs can one fucking man take, Jizzle? Lord, Sin, will you hurry up? Say, bro, let me tell you something about Duke. You know what's embarrassing? A nigga who niggas used to idolize like T.I., right? T.I. and Gucci Mane, all these niggas looked up to Jesus, right? But guess what? Jesus so much of a bum, he ended up under them niggas. Think about that. T.I. will tell you, man, we used to listen to BG and all this shit here. And guess what? BG had to go fuck with Grand Hustle. Niggas who idolize you had to pick your bum ass back up, nigga. You supposed to be a big dog, nigga. You ain't no boss. Look at you, nigga. You still a rapper. You supposed to have a fucking label, bitch, with some fucking artists sitting back like a big dog. Nigga, your dumb ass still trying to be the fucking rapper at fucking 50. Fucking facial. Look how you look, man. Man, you look weird as a motherfucker. Bitch ain't got no fucking facial hair. Old grandpa, wrinkly skin ass, man. Fuck is you talking about, bro? Fuck is you talking about, bro? Bitch, your whole career, Everything you did, the only thing it led to was you begging this bitch to buy you some dope. Man, you a fucking clown, man. You's a fucking clown, man. Yo stupid looking ass, man. The fuck is you talking about? You on top. How the fuck you on? All these people is in my shit.
OG Murder crazy. He have me so tickled. Y'all hit the like button for me. Y'all, did y'all get a chance to look at my video? I think I'm gonna play my video. Yeah, I'm getting ready to play the video I just put up so that we can talk about that video. How about that? Move out the way. Move. I guess I'll do a reaction video on my video.
You've got
The defense file a motion or the prosecution room, please do hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. Okay, I hope that you guys are doing okay on this afternoon. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps keep the video in the algorithm. Okay, so make sure you guys please like, share, subscribe, comment, and all of those great things. Okay, this afternoon I wanted to talk about Hernandez Govan, okay, Orange Mound quit. We know that his trial is vastly approaching and he has a motion hearing, okay. His attorney has filed quite a few motions, okay, and in those motions, it appears to me just from looking at the public site that whatever motions that they are filing and requesting, the prosecutors have countered that. They've been forced to answer that or give their answers on why something should be or should not be. That's usually how that works, right? They file a motion and they have the defense file a motion or the prosecutors might file a motion. And then each side has the opportunity to answer those motions on if there's a request. Shelby Drive is tore up. What happened? What happened on Shelby Drive? Let me see. How come I don't see it in the news? Shelby Drive tore up. It's going viral. You said it's going viral. Where? Where's Simeon? Get well in Oklahoma. Get well in Oklahoma. Get well in Oklahoma don't run together. Oh, get well to Tuklahoma. Get well to Tuklahoma. Oh, power line and trees and fell on people's cars. Oh my God. Oh Lord. I don't see nobody. Oh my God. These dogs get on my nerve. The DA was on 13 News this morning and said he's confident. He was on the news this morning on Channel 13. Let me pull that up. Hold on. Oh, okay, here it is right here.
Morning to you, Steve.
Good morning.
Glad you're here with us. You're actually in the news this morning on a major legal victory, your office is calling it, in the fight to shut down illegal gambling operations. And you say you're pretty confident this ruling that they're illegal and unconstitutional in Tennessee will stand. So what are we talking about here? Like slot machines in convenience stores?
Yes, they're very, very similar to slot machines.
Okay.
To the average person, you couldn't tell the difference. The company argued that they weren't technically slot machines and they weren't technically illegal gambling machines under state law. We took a different view. It went up to the three-judge court. The three-judge court this week ruled in our favor. We're considering the matter settled. It's still active pending litigation. The plaintiffs still maintain that they're legal. They may appeal. But as far as we're concerned, we think this ruling gives us great confidence in going forward, seizing these machines, and telling convenience store owners around the county, you can't have them. They're illegal. Get rid of them or we will seize them.
And you said they were laundering money and doing some other things. Who are they laundering money for? What kind of crime syndicate or whatever?
Well, we're not saying that
Is
there's
that
kind of a
it?
crime
Okay.
syndicate. Is that some of the locations, not all of the locations, but some of the locations we found weren't accurately reporting the proceeds from it. And
I
so
see.
they were, shuffling it to the side and not reporting it the way they were supposed
Okay,
to.
so that's what that was.
And I want to emphasize, we have other priorities. Violent crime is our priority. We have lots of things going on. But nonetheless, these machines are illegal and people need to know that.
Okay.
Well, speaking of violent crime, you got a big win in the Young Dolph murder case with one of the trigger men, but the organizer, his trial keeps getting pushed back. What's going on? Hernandez Govan, what's going on there?
Yes, we have to wait for the judge to make some rulings on some pretrial motions by the defendants, but we fully anticipate that the trial will go on as scheduled on August 18th. We are prepared for trial. We're ready for trial. We expect it to start on August 18th.
Okay, the Ezekiel Kelly thing, same thing, keeps getting delayed. Seems like it's never going to go to trial.
So there's a report date next week. We are going to ask for a trial date, and we expect to get a trial date next week.
So that'll be something, and we'll follow up on that too.
That one,
Your office has said that you've had more than 100 convictions in 1 week and more than 3,000 so far this year. How does that compare to last year? Because we've talked about slow justice. Have we sped it up a little bit?
Well, in terms of the total number of convictions, I think we're on track compared to last year. But we have been increasing the number of jury trials that we've done. So 24 over 23, significant, about 60% increase. We're on track to meet or exceed that so far this year. We are moving cases, especially our V11, our priority violent cases, out of general sessions and up to criminal court at a quicker rate. We're doing a number of different things trying to speed all of our cases, and we're optimistic.
And there's one other case we've been talking about today, this former cop,
Yes.
Ali Bad,
Mhm.
decertification hearing today. Are you guys going to prosecute him?
Well, so we are still reviewing evidence. We got some new evidence that we're reviewing. The case has been referred to us,
Okay.
and we expect to make a decision in the next week or two about whether to file charges.
All
Well,
right.
we'll be keeping an eye on that when the 15-year-old girl was supposedly involved
Yes,
in
you
that
were just
situation.
talking
Yeah.
about it a few minutes ago.
We
Yeah.
sure were. We
All right.
and real quickly, you had mentioned you would talk about the crime lab. Last time you were here, we talked about you got that $1.5 million. You're asking for $5.5 million.
Yeah.
Does this give you the ability to do what you need to do?
Yes, I think so. I think it means we'll be doing it at a lower level, obviously, than what we had hoped for, but it's enough to get us started to do ballistics locally, cell phone, which is really key, and rapid DNA, which is an emerging technology, not the regular DNA, but rapid DNA, same-day test results. I think that will help in increasing our solve rate and help overall with crime. You know, the reason that the county commission only gave us 1.5 million was that there was some skepticism that we'd be able to spend it all in the first year when we were ramping up. And that gives me hope that we can go back to them next year and ask for an increased amount. That 1.5 million is recurring. We'll get it every year, but I'm hoping to get more money in the out years.
Especially once they see what you can do with
Exactly.
it. All right, Steve.
Okay, you guys, he's saying that they're confident about their case. And so I guess the defense is saying that they're confident that they can win. So I guess it's just a matter of who presents the better case to the jury. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in that case. He's confident the trial will go down in August. Yeah. Not unless they try to ask for another trial date. And I don't think she's going to go for that. I think she's trying to, push, get these trials going and get them off of the docket. Mm-hmm. But anyway, y'all. Absolutely can spend it all. They will run through 1.5 million in rapid DNA. Yes, and they'll run directly through it. I promise you they're going to run straight. I mean, it's going to spend it so fast because, yeah. And then they're talking about to be able for cell phone technology. Because, even with the feds working with them, there's certain things that they still have to pay for. Thank you, nothing, for the $10 super sticker. Like, for instance, like with the FBI, like when, let's just say that when something is deleted off of a hard drive, like when it is permanently deleted off of a hard drive, right? The FBI has the equipment to reconstruct it some kind of way. Like people say it backs up to the cloud. No, they have when it's not backed up to the cloud, because they can get it when it's backed up to the cloud, but when it's totally like deleted off of the hard drive and it's not backed up for some kind of way, the FBI can reconstruct it. So they have to pay, they have to pay them for stuff like that, to use equipment and stuff like that. Positive 5 says, do the crime, do the time. Absolutely. Do the crime, you got to do the time. It just ain't nowhere around it. So that means even still, nothing is permanently deleted. I do know, like with Google and You know, like what Google, they'll try to say, even on YouTube, they'll say once a video is deleted, it's gone. But by law, all these data companies, like phone companies, like with text messages, by law, they have to keep it. They cannot totally delete it for, it's either 7 or 8 years. They have to, yeah, they have to keep it backed up for 7 or 8 years. Greyface says, he says, dot again, yep, shaking my head. Either way, he doing time. Greyface, I don't know why these folks think they're winning anything related to this case. The feds and state are going to be the tag team champions on this. Keita says, hello. Hey, Miss Keita. KD says, I hate the license plate reader trees at every intersection in the hood, but it is an effective tool for tracking. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. It sure is. I tell you, technology is just it's really just out of this world now. Y'all know I'm getting ready to get real deep. I promise. And I believe it. For some reason, I believe it. I told y'all, like on YouTube, I love to find those videos on YouTube where when those old CIA agents are on their deathbed, they start to tell about all of their missions that they did for the United States. And they start to they talk about the aliens that was coming to Area 54. Is it Area 54? Area 51? Which is it? Area 51 or Area 54? And they talk about the aliens that was the entrance that's for them. And I was listening to one of them. He was like, when they were going like to these other planets, like y'all do know that there's other life in other places. Like we're not the only living life. But that CIA agent was saying this man was old. Okay, Big Mo is Area 51. Okay. He says that when they was going to some of these other planets, that's how they teach them. That's how they get up on technology. Y'all, I don't mean no harm. Y'all, please look. I'm not prejudiced. I don't mean no harm. I ain't trying to say nothing about nobody. But I think the reason why the Asians are so up to date on technology is because those Asian countries been open to dealing with them aliens. And I ain't gonna, maybe I shouldn't say that. Y'all, who do the aliens favor? Who do they favor? Yeah. Do they look like people that like people that's on the earth, like some people? Katie says, I was just thinking about one of those vids when you said technology is something. Let's imagine the government tech. They had worldwide 20. Yeah. Listen, I definitely believe that they go to these other planets to get technology or whatever, get they was going to them for them to put them up on technology. I don't think that they be going into space just for nothing. I think they be going. I believe they go to other planets, and talk to the people too, if they can talk. I told y'all this was back in the early 2000s when I first started working for the right. They won't even let nobody into the Antarctica. I wonder what's over there. Listen, y'all, I told y'all that it blew my mind when I first started working for MPD in the early 2000s. I started working for MPD in 2000. I was pregnant with my second baby. And technology, they had technology that was out of this world even then. Okay, so they had the MPD didn't, but the FBI did. They had equipment whereas they could sit at the end of the streets and point it at your house, point the equipment at your house. It almost looked like a laser gun, but it's not. They could point the equipment in your house and see through your damn house. Now, I think they have to have court orders to be able to do stuff like that or something. But technology been out of this world. Who would, I mean, the mind, who would ever believe that you could see through a brick house? That does not even seem feasible. Like, to be able to see through a brick house. But that's the type of technology that they had. And can you imagine how updated that technology is now? He said, truth is they're up on technology because they work hard. White people steal other people's stuff. Yeah, I'm not going to take that from the Asians. They definitely have a work ethic. But I think they communicate with the aliens too. The military had the capability decades ago. Oh, wow. Yeah, they had the capabilities where they could see figures. Like they could point at your house and see movement in your house. Decades ago, they could see the movement. Like how you was moving in your house. And that's what we know. Imagine the abilities they have that right. Imagine the abilities that they have that we don't know about. Shoot. I think they got something now where they can tap your stove or something. Shorty Max says all the old movies we used to watch was telling us years ago what it was gonna be. Yeah. Yeah, I think that they could tap your stove or something now. People be worried about the TV shit. I don't know. I heard somebody say that. I don't know if it's true or not. But you have to think about it. All these smart stoves and stuff now, it probably is true. I like gas stoves. So when it's an ice storm or whatever, if you got a gas stove, it keeps your house warm. Says, I'm sure they listen through Alexa and your TV also. Never mind your cell phone. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because everybody, caught on to the cell phone stuff. I'm sure they can hear I mean, you got smart lights in your house and stuff. It's where you clap and the lights are smart, they go on and off. I mean, Yep, George Jetson stayed hitting his wife on FaceTime, and sure did. And that was my favorite, one of my favorite cartoons. I love the Jetsons. When I used to be at home from school sick, the Jetsons came on at 2:00, and I used to be happy that I could look at them because they was already gone off when I got home from school. Yep, George Jetson and them was doing stuff. Yeah, I like the Flintstones. I haven't looked at the Jetsons in a long time. I'm sure they're on YouTube. I used to like Dennis the Menace, the Jetsons, the Get Along Gang. I stopped liking the Smurfs. My mama used to stay up and look at Tom and Jerry. I didn't like Tom and Jerry. They never talked. I don't think I ever heard Tom and Jerry say a damn word. As a matter of fact, I don't think they talk. I gotta go back and look at that. I don't think Tom and Jerry ever said nothing. Hey Tony. Nothing says anything that runs a signal from a satellite in place is monitored. Literally everything in life that's electric that carries a signal. And just I get to thinking about now that I start looking at like these documentaries or looking at these videos with these old CIA agents. And I was thinking about how that time that I was talking to a guy and he was talking about aliens. And I mean I stopped talking to him because I was like, he a damn fool. But I mean he was a damn fool, but I do believe that there's life in other planets or whatever. But he was sitting up hollering about that the aliens came and abducted him and all of that crazy stuff. He was just a damn fool. And it shocked me. He was like, "Do you believe in aliens?" I said, What? Yeah, they abducted me. I was laying in my bed. It was 1995. And I was laying in my bed, and all of a sudden, the light came in and sucked me up. I'm trying to, but I never understood why they brought him back, though. They should have kept him. Shit, he was one we could do without. Oh, he says, she says satellites pick up everything signal out here. Ooh. So my nephew works with a major defense contractor. It's amazing what we discuss. Privacy does not exist. Trust me. Oh, I know. But here's the thing. Here's another thing, y'all. Have y'all ever thought about? He said that was that or that good shoe back then. He might have been on angel dust. Hell, his crazy ass. He probably was on angel dust. Shit. Because he talking about they came and abducted him. Why they bring him back? If they had kept him, hell, I could have skipped it. He wouldn't have been a regret. Oh, have y'all ever thought about? Here's the thing that freaks me out. Have you ever been thinking about something? You didn't talk about it, nothing. You just thinking about it in your mind. And all of a sudden, it shows up like in your algorithm or something on your phone. Have you ever thought about that? You talk about it, you think about it, you don't say nothing about it, but you just be thinking about it, and all of a sudden you start seeing like the advertisement of it on your phone or on your computer. I'm like, what the hell? I was just thinking about that. Why is that not popping up? Thank you, TNT, for the $10. TNT says, love your channel, always in the bushes because I'm out. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. Have y'all ever experienced? Yes. I'm like, I was just thinking about that, but I never said a word. And now all of a sudden, like, it's in my cookies or it's showing advertisement. It's something. I'm like, oh my, it freaks me out. I'm like, oh my God, I was just thinking about that. And now it's showing up in my advertisement on my phone or on my computer. Tony says, yes, Google reads your brain waves. Happened to me Monday. It has happened to me so many times that I know it's something going on. I know it's something going on. We already know when we talk about something, it's going to start showing up in the phone. But to just think about it in your mind without saying anything and it starts showing up in your algorithm and stuff, advertisement, oh my God. But y'all, they said that's what the aliens do. They said that CIA agent said the aliens communicate. They don't talk. They read each other's minds. It happens all the time. Think of stuff and type 2 letters on Google and the entire phrase. Yes. Shorty Max says you leave Kroger or Target and get on YouTube and Kroger and Target pops up. Yeah. And Kroger and Target pops up. Yep. I promise you, I've had that happen so many times. I'm like, what the hell? I was just thinking about that. Like, even if you like thinking about something, like you think about, oh, I need to go and buy this. I be saying it in my mind, oh, I need to do this and that. And it's like, it just pops up like all of a sudden it'll be in it. I'm like, well, I may as well just click on it and go ahead and just go ahead and buy it. Yeah, I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's some truth to it. He said, I mean, I never would have believed it myself. I mean, it's too real. This is the concept of an algorithm. Anything you speak, type, investigate, enters into the algorithm. I worked for Google for 3 years. What about whatever you think? That's so true. Because I'm gonna tell you something. My phone microphone I be looking at my phone sometimes, and my phone microphone be on. I'm like, dog, why is that? What? Because I be thinking they be hacking my phone. Angel says, hey everyone, Sam, I will be back on my home. I came to hit the like button. Thank you so much for hitting the like button. We live in interesting times. Once quantum computing and AI align, there will be a major change. Somebody was saying, like in 10 or 20 years, that humans are going to be trying to run from the robots. I believe the robots is the mark of the beast. Y'all, I believe the robots is the mark of the beast, because the robots don't have no feelings. You can't kill them. They program them to be as harsh. Imagine a robot telling you can't leave your house, and if you try to leave, it beats the shit out of you. It stands in front of your door. You can't shoot it and kill it. What you gonna do? Listen, I think the food and stuff have dummied down our, like when they start talking about the third eye, they call it intuition, but I think that we are definitely spiritual beings in the image of the Most High God, whatever people want to call it. So if we're in the image of the universal God, the Most High God, of course, I think whatever it is that we were put here with, see, I think they do things to keep us very low vibrational. Like they put in the food to mess with our pineal gland or whatever. I think that's why, a lot of us can dream stuff and it happens. We think things. We're very powerful beings. We could say something and then it happens. And then we don't think anything of it, because I think they work to try to keep us dumbed down. Our minds are very powerful. That's why they always, introducing all types of drugs and stuff like that, if they can keep you unconscious, or they can keep you drugged out. I think that, if we start just thinking things into existence, like, because I'm really good about practicing that now, seeing it and thinking it, and it works. It comes to pass. But then we get caught up. That's why you have to keep low vibrational people away from around you. I think that's why we get so frustrated. Like when we have low vibrational people around us, it tends to suck out, keep us distracted, right? Because when you're distracted, you can't create anything with your mind. And anything you create with your mind, I think you can conceive it. Manifestations, absolutely. Metals in our foods and fluoride in the water. Yeah, that's why I've started buying, and I have a lot of it in there too. Organic toothpaste. I be getting it from Burlington. That's where I got mine from, Burlington Coat Factory. Tamara, I'm speaking me having your debit card, not bring my phone into existence. You know what? All my little extra money, I did myself real dirty. Cause my little extra money that I be having, I was like, my birthday is coming up, and I'm going to New Orleans, and then I'm going to Indiana, then I'm going to Chicago. So I kind of did myself real dirty. I overspent. That's what I did. I overspent. So I got to be real good. I did myself pretty dirty. I overdid it. WJJ says just use baking soda to brush your teeth. That's what we used to do. I was saying when I was like, dog, I ordered, I think I got 12 pairs of shoes. And I was like, dog, and I was like, but at least I'm gonna be looking cute. But I thought about it, I was like, shoot. I set myself back. I'm gonna have to get me a man so he could help a sister out. WJJ says just use baking soda. Yeah. That's what, you know what? When we didn't have toothpaste, and baking soda whitens your teeth. And here's another thing, you guys. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Here's another thing. A lot of people don't know. Like if you have a decaying tooth, all you have to do is get you some peroxide. Make sure you get that tooth about your mouth. Okay, once you get the money, but once you get some peroxide, put the peroxide in your mouth and let the peroxide put it on the side that tooth is on. Do not swallow the peroxide. Let it bubble. That peroxide eats the decay out of your tooth. And watch and see, don't your tooth stop hurting. But as soon as you get somebody to get that tooth out, but that's a quick fix. You don't even got to go get no painkillers or nothing. Go get you some peroxide, which is $1, and put it in your mouth. Not only does it whiten your teeth, but it eats the decay out of your tooth. And if you have a tooth that is hurting, it will temporarily stop the pain. This conversation got too deep for censors. My other phone shut down after my last comment. I know my doggone battery was on 20%. Apple cider vinegar too. Oh, see, I didn't know apple cider vinegar does it too. Put peroxide on cotton ball and hold it there. That's what my sister used to do. Okay. Hey, Miss Carrie Marshall. And peroxide will whiten your teeth too. It gets the stain out of your teeth. And ladies, I'm gonna tell y'all something. What they used to, like back in the day, like there's this company I be ordering from, and they use organic. Everything that they use is herbs, right? And so I was reading like back in the day that women, a way of cleansing their vaginas and stuff, they didn't have sense and stuff. They use like organic stuff like rose petals, all of that, like herbs, especially like after they had babies. I found this company and I really want them to advertise with me. And I be buying those yoni balls from them with nothing but organic herbs. I think that it helps your pH balance. It keeps your pH balance right. See, a lot of women, they pH balance is off. Simeon says rubbing alcohol it'll numb your whole mouth if in too much pain. Just don't swallow it, especially if you can't sleep at night. Really? See, I didn't know about the alcohol. And people don't know they can alkalize their water by just putting a lime. Buy some lime. If you got to use faucet water, boil it and then buy some lime or some lemon and cut it up and put it in there. Lord have mercy. He said nothing feels worse than to go in the bathroom behind it. Yeah. That's sad. I think some people, I mean, a lot of people keep themselves clean, but I think that like sometimes the person that they're with, their bodies and stuff, I mean, the man throws off a pH balance. Their bodies don't agree or something. So that's why it's good to know your body and to organically use whatever it takes to get it back into alignment, I guess. So, y'all, let me ask y'all something. Do you all believe that there's life in other places? Do you all believe that there's life in other places? Because it is. A lot of doctors would say that, like, I don't want to get too graphic, but spit throws your vajayjay off, throws the pH balance off. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. Spit throws off the pH balance. We are not the only intelligent life in the universe. Nah. Listen, the CIA agent said, I wish I could find, don't y'all know they be taking those videos down, y'all? I really want to show y'all what, I really wish I could show y'all. I'm going to have to search for it. I'm going to search for it. And next time I come on, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to pull it up where those old CIA agents are on their deathbed telling this, like they did a lot of killing. And they said it was just that patriotic thing or whatever to do. They did a lot of evil things. We like a trip to Elvis Presley. What's that? A trip to Elvis Presley. Katie says, I believe God did not stop with us. I don't either. I believe that there's life in other places. And I believe that the government know about it. I think I believe why they don't allow people to come into Area 51. And throughout the Bible, it speaks of unhuman beings. And they walking, and you could tell they walking around too. It's more and more I'm walking around here. You could tell. That's why I like to look at people's eyes. I like to look at people's eyes because you could tell when they're not human. You could tell when they're not human. I mean, their eyes tell everything. They have eyes like they're cold like a lion. They found evidence of water on other planets. Water breeds life. I believe it, although they could be lying. I believe they be up there talking to them folks and communicating. I just don't believe they goes up there to space for nothing. And probably getting pregnant. You know what? Because, you know, they're good about trying to experiment. Thank you, M. Rose, for the 1999 super sticker. Thank you so much. Tony Walker says you can't go in certain parts of sea or government with interfere. Y'all, why can't? So why won't they allow? Do they allow anybody to go to the Antarctic? I know they said that. What is that? Considered the Antarctic? Is that the North Pole? They don't allow anybody to go over to the Antarctic. Yeah, some people's eyes are pitch black. And then have you ever seen like some people's eyes like you can't see anything but their pupils and you see how evil they look? And people be going crazy. Oh, you see them colorful eyes. They go crazy over colorful eyes. Some of these folks look flat-foot evil. I'm gonna tell y'all what this he's retired now. I used to work with when I was working at Felony Response, this black guy named Wiley. Wiley was I love Wiley. He was a great sergeant. And he said that one day when he was working in robbery, he said that they was out on the street and they started chasing this guy, and he said they jumped out of their car and this guy just took out running. And he said when they caught him, he was like, "Man, why you run?" He said he looked at there was this officer that worked in robbery, y'all, that had clear blue eyes. He did look scary. He used to walk around chewing on tobacco all the time, spitting tobacco out with his okay. They was clear blue. I can't explain it, but he looked like a damn devil. And so Wiley said that the boy said, "Man, I mean, look at him. He got scared of the damn police officer blue ass eyes and took out running." He said he ran because of how his eyes look. I mean, you can sense when they're evil. Now, I never knew him to be an evil person, but he be walking around there chewing on that tobacco with them clear as blue eyes. You could see straight through the eyes, nothing but pupil. He just, I don't, he just didn't look right. Most people didn't make it back because it's too cold and uninhabitable. Oh, so that's what it is. I thought the way that they was talking, they was trying to keep people from over there because it was aliens over there in the Antarctic. It was other forms of life. One has to have high clearances to go or a scientist of some sort. That's what's so important about alkaline water. I don't even know why a scientist would want to go over there. He said, "I'm talking like I've been to Orange Mound." Shout out to Orange Mound. I like what they're doing in Orange Mound. I went and recorded a segment in Orange Mound that I'm gonna show on my TV show where this lady, I went over to the Orange Mound Library. And it's nice, but the air is not working. That's a new library and the air not working. But it's nice in the inside. But what she's doing is she's working with guys around Orange Mound, and she's helping them to get jobs with the city and the county. They do an 8-week training with her, and then they start getting interviews and getting city and county jobs. So I think that's a blessing. You know, guys that have gotten in trouble, helping them to get their backgrounds expunged and all of that. So, and they show up. You know, the ones that show up, they show dedication. They come every day. They show dedication of wanting to do something better with their life. Nothing that's the song that you know, Russia taught beluga whales how to spot sea mines for defense. Y'all see the white whale that if when you drop your cell phone, it goes all the way to the bottom of the water and get the cell phone and bring it to you. Have y'all seen that? I ain't never in my life seen a fish like that. I think it's half human and half fish. Let me see if I can pull it. I'm gonna show y'all because I know y'all think I'm crazy, but I be looking at this stuff. He said this person last time he saw a box fan. Hold on. I never seen a whale like this. They making these whales.
Är det fettekund? Oh my god! Är det kund? Är det kund? Töm.
Y'all see how she dropped her cell phone? It went and got the cell phone. Now that looks more like a dolphin, but it was another one. Now, y'all, this is the one I think is half fish, half human. I think they made this one.
Klapsa lite på överlåten så ser man. Nej, jag jävla telefon. Ja, men någon hämtar ju han. Jo, hvis du venter lite så kommer man och hämtar han. Det är kul. Jag tror på honom när han hämtar han. Ja, gud fan.
Yeah, anywhere y'all start seeing those scientists and they got that whale captured like that, you better believe that they experiment. That whale is some half human some kind of way. Because I've never in my life seen a whale look like that. They said that the killer whales, which they don't kill humans though, they just kill other whales. They have the intelligence of it's either the blue whale or one of those whales have the intelligence of a 15-year-old boy. I love looking at whales, y'all. They make me so happy. Like when I'm spending time, like I like to look at stuff like that. And I get mad when they go and capture those whales and put them in SeaWorld and stuff. I don't mean no harm, but when they talking about a whale and got mad, they get depressed when they in those places captured like that. I don't mean no harm, but when they get to talking about the whales throw a temper tantrum and then kill some of the workers and stuff, I don't be giving a damn. Because they ought to let them go. Just like, yeah, the orcas, I love them. And just like, I be getting mad when they at the circus, when them lions and stuff and tigers and stuff be whooping them trainers' ass, they turn on them. That's because they be mean to them. Then they want to turn around and put the animal down. That's animal cruelty. How you gonna put the animal down because he done whooped the trainer's ass and ate the trainer up? Okay, I don't have no issues with them doing it because they be mean to those animals. They ought to put the damn trainer down. I be getting real mad when they do that. They don't win and put the lion down. They go and put the tiger down. Why they put the tiger down for? Why they put the lion down? Because they turn on the trainer. Well, they need to put the trainer down. Because those animals are not supposed to be in captivity. That's cruelty. See, y'all, I love talking about stuff like this because this is the type of stuff I've been like researching, and I love learning about this other life, this other form of life. I wants to know what they be doing when they up there in the space. Why they got to go up there to space? I think they said they be walking on the moon. Y'all, I would say something, but people gonna think I'm crazy if I say it. But so I'm not gonna say it. Nah, I'm gonna say it because I mean it's the truth. I'm gonna tell y'all something. When I was a little girl and I used to be sitting on the porch in Clementine at night, like when we be sitting on the porch, a lot of times when I'd be sitting there by myself sometimes on the step, I used to love to look at the moon, hear my right hand to the Lord. Sometimes when I would look up at that moon, I used to see a man walking in that moon with a dog. And now that I think about it, because I used to think, dog, was my mind playing tricks on me? Now that we see, it looked like it was a dog, but I know it was a man. I believe it was a dog. Listen, now that we see the types of stuff that they do, and I'm serious. Like I used to think, damn, I was a little girl. Was I imagining stuff? Like now, when I started looking at a lot of this stuff, like I like to like just research so much stuff, and I'm the scientists talking about how they all on walking all on top of the moon and all of that. I'm like, shit, I probably did, because I used to tell my mama I was out there on the porch. And it was not every time I was looking up at the moon. I saw a man in the walking with a dog, like they was like in the moon or whatever. So now when I was looking at those scientists that was in space, they was talking about they was all walking on top of the moon. Shocking and sticky, a naturally wild animal. Eventually, they snap because they become totally threatened. Yeah. What how Gail King and went up there to see if humans could live on other planets. Gail King. I was a little girl when I saw that. I would really believe that I saw that. Y'all want to call in? Let me see if my phone. Yeah, you heard, and that other singer, and on 3 or 4 other ladies went about 2 months ago. Oh my God. I'm getting ready to put the number up. Okay, yeah, I got the phone on. Y'all could call in. Lord, I be getting so many calls, and I be missing them. I'm just now looking at the call log on this phone. You know what? I bet it's amazing. Like a lot of things that we don't know. I bet we would be amazed at what go on. Hey, this is Tamara.
So, Miss Tamara, good evening. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Yeah, I can't complain. I don't want to. I'll run you off the phone. I get talking about that. but sure enough, though, I be wanting to tap in sometime, but I kind of be wanting to leave Memphis business. But, you know, we all love and support Big Dolph. So, you know, I try and show my support.
Right.
But yes, based on the topics that were being said, Black people, we can't at all. We can't wrap our minds around things that we just don't. Like you say, like some of the stuff you were seeing on the moon, and you know, things like that. But we got to look at all these different modern Marvel movies that's been came out, and all that transfers back to the Egyptian bird, the dude with the bird head, Thoth. You know, Thoth was manifesting on many different planes of reality and multidimensional. So, and just like stealth technology, it has melanin in it because, you know, it's of the universe. So anything that has melanin in it, you can cloak, you know, you can cloak anything over it, you know, with the form of whatever realm you're existing in. But anyway, I don't want to get too lost on that. But sometimes I'll be listening in, and I'll be, you know, hearing you like, yo, these people be stealing your you know, your informations and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard a couple guys. They've said some of the things I've said. You know, they've heard me on different stages or whatever. And I've always said, you know, just from comparing my notes and facts with, you know, I got some friends in some good places. You know, one of my friends works for NASA. One of my friends was high up in the Army for quite a while, electrical technician. So, and, you know, and beyond. But just to say that, I've said it's no mystery to history. And the reason I say that is because he who wins the war gets to rewrite history. What's happening right now for Black people? Our history is being rewritten, or it's being, you know, smeared out to a certain degree. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
So, you know, a great man once told me, you know, oh, this is my cousin. You know, he's a rapper at one point. And, you know, he was about to sign a deal with Def Jam. He was a monster, you know, so, or he had took the streets in a part of New York. So, but he once told me that, you know, you can borrow from a person. Just remember, pay homage, improve on the design, make it yours, get money. So I can't understand how, you know, us Black people, you know, we so indoctrinated with fear among us, but the ones that's actually presenting the death and the murder to us without a blink of an eye, without a thought in it, they get the most respect. You know, you know, they look down at you in the big truck at the red light, and you know, he's looking at you like, hey, I'm starting to get uncomfortable. Maybe this little Negro's woke. Well, nah, he's not. He looked away. Yeah, go on back over there and kill some of your friends tonight, or maybe I'll see him on the news. So, yeah, I'll be watching. You know, I'm sitting back watching, definitely. But all our tax dollars and all that mess that's been developed into weapons of nuclear, and now we got all these weapons against us. Niggas out here, we're afraid. We're scared because we know what we have, but in the sense of reality, they can't use these weapons. Or once they see some of these major weapons get used on the black community, of course, other continents will say, okay, it's chaotic, and they got their head on backwards right now. Let's move on them now. So, yeah, I mean, all we got to do is just realize reality. Sure, you know, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, you know, they were sacrificed. You know, some of us ain't going to make it. But, you know, in regards to, you know, my babies and stuff, I don't want them to live in fear. I'm sorry, I'm going left in regards to some of this, you know, technology and stuff we talking about.
Right.
But, you know, I always want to, you know, try and bring us together and represent for us. I mean, it's like, I'm that profile that a couple years ago, I was trying to rally everybody because you was going through what you was going through, people messing with you. So I'm like, yo, let's all go in and buy Miss Tamara some steel plates for her vest. You know what I'm saying? Like little stuff like that for the leaders. We need to come together. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I was subscribed to a lame ass fellow's stage, and he basically, what is that? The paperwork party or the paperwork? Yeah, my information was breached and my line crashed. So pretty much, yeah, I used to donate to you all the time. I used to, you know what I mean? I used to cash up you all the time from that certain profile I had. So I had to re-swap everything up. But just to say, yeah, man, we ain't gonna never win if we don't respect a true leader and recognize a leader as a true leader. So that's why I say, yeah, we gotta protect Miss Tamara. You know what I mean? Like, and we gotta come outside though, and not outside like these youngsters. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm put up. You know, I'm well put up. Well, I made it in from outside. So now I don't want to be outside like that, but I do. I want to, you know, walk with the leaders and protect the leaders because we need leaders that's representing reality. It's criminals. The word criminal, when you say it, who do you think of? Who do we think of when you say criminal?
Most people would think of black people.
Thank you. So, and, you know, that's awful because the news, the propaganda, the state paid media, you know, the all of that, they have made trillions off our pain and being, you know, projecting that fear and that energy like, yo, we got to stop this. But when in Rome, do as the Romans do. You got to look at it. From Rome to the Knights Templar to the KKK to the badges now. And no disrespect to you and your family that works there, but I'm glad that y'all didn't patrol the streets because when you get that kind of control and able to rob people or just to know, you know, I can do this, anybody at one point of time will become tainted because, you know, we are not, we just beings. We just simian beings, or we just human. So, yeah, I mean.
Are you calling from Michigan?
No.
Okay, I thought that. Yeah, okay. I don't know why I thought that was the Saginaw, Michigan number.
Nah. I'm on the west side. But, and, you know, I do. You know, I've lost a lot of friends. You know what I'm saying? Me and my mother be battling kind of on the teetering on the edge of anger because, you know, everybody talking about Jesus, and this and that. Well, Jesus would have came for the slaves because they were being born into pure terror, you know, having to be blindfolded and potentially sleep with your mother and you're a teenager, blindfolded. That's kind of how stuff started to mutate and, you know, autistics became others. And, I mean, who is more, I would say, due for Jesus coming back to save them was the slave. But I say too, you know, if it is Yeshua, or you know, then now is the time. And if not now, what's like I say, they were definitely more worthy of the presence of that Messiah coming to save them. But
right,
you know, we don't read the Ethiopian Bible. We don't read the Emerald Tablet, the Gospel of the Holy 12, which states Jesus never said he would be back. He said the consciousness of the Christ shall return. The Christ, not an invisible man in the sky. So that puts me in place with Santa Claus, this imaginary white man. He gets to ride around for one day, and this is indoctrinated. This is woven into our babies' minds of all different ethnicities, especially ours. You know, this magical white man gets to ride around and break in people's houses and leave gifts. We'll break in mine and leave some there. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, so like I say, all this mess, you know, we black people gotta wake up. We have to come together for us. You know, other ethnicities, sure, man, we genuinely good human beings, or genuinely good entities based upon where we come from, or who we are derived from. But just to say, no, you know what I'm saying? We can't at all get lost in this mess, because that's all it is.
Yeah, I want to ask you to go ahead and land it, because there's other people beeping in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my apologies.
That's okay.
So, based on facts of what they are, yes, man, it's so much different technology, like 0-point energy, and you know, like Dr. Stephen Greer, and you know, he's about to unveil a multitude of different whistleblowers showing all the different species of, you know, different beings traveling from different star systems coming here, that we eventually, what is that, Watergate program, Stargate with Reagan, it's basically gold mirrors being put up out there. Because when these craft come traveling through it, about, you know, 100,000 miles per hour or what have you, because they're producing anti-gravity. So you can't shoot a projectile at that speed. We have nothing that can be projected with that force or velocity. So it's gold mirrors up on some of those satellites, so they can reflect the plasma beams off them to speed up, because when things reflect off of things, they speed up. But anyway, yes, hopefully I can, you know, spill with you some other time. But yeah, man, it was a complete honor and pleasure to, you know, my voice to come through this thing and deal with yours. I promise.
Well, you know what? I thank you for calling in and sharing those things that you just shared. And when I open up the lines again, call in again. Thank you so much.
Sure enough, and you know, shout out to everybody that's in the chat and everybody out there that's got love for you, everybody you got love for, and all the above. So definitely thank you, and have a good rest of the evening. Take care, Miss Cameron.
Okay, you too. Thank you, love.
All right.
Bye-bye. Shout out to him for calling in. He sure did share some things. Like, you get to thinking about, why do they try to keep those things from us? You know, a lot of stuff. I was listening to one of the presidents say, was it President Bush or whatever, when they started talking about other forms of life, they said the American people wasn't ready for that, to learn about that. How they know what we're ready for? Thank you so much for calling in. Oh, it's 10 o'clock, y'all. I'm tired. Oh. Anyways, you guys, I enjoyed being on here with you all today. Make sure y'all go back and look at the video that I posted up earlier. I had not posted up a video in 2 weeks. I'm ready to take a hot bath and go to bed. Okay. I enjoyed you all. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. I pray blessings over you all tonight, over us and all of our families. That God just covers us as we sleep. And may you all make it to work and back home peacefully, safe and peacefully. Traveling grace to everybody. I love you guys. Thanks, everybody. I want to thank everybody for the support that they gave tonight. As always, I really do appreciate the support, okay? I love you guys. It has been an absolute pleasure. I'll talk with you tomorrow.